Hey guys, what's up? Coming at you with another video today. Guys, I had like almost 2 weeks off because of, loss in the family. And I'm getting back on track with delivering the messages. So I've got a whole bunch just piled up and ready to be delivered. Okay, so in today's video, I'm gonna be talking about you gonna irritate people, baby. You gonna irritate the mess out of them. And how are you gonna irritate them? Your healing journey is gonna irritate the mess out of a whole lot of people. So we're gonna go into why that is. First, guys, those of you who are new, my name is arlessarwise. I am a soul and mindset coach. I'm really geared toward helping people identify where they need to heal past traumas, bring out stored energy, how to facilitate this through mindset shifts as well as somatic release, and just bring a mind, soul, and body balance so that people can step into their full potential and power. Right? Yes, that is the goal. So guys, let's get right into this video. Okay, so why are you going to start irritating people whenever you start your healing journey? More so than you do when you're just floating around, not in your healing journey. So I'm gonna tell you why. And actually, this is a sign when people start hating on you, start getting haters, and you start having people give you sarcastic remarks, being petty, all these things. Just know you're on the right track. You're doing the right thing for yourself. Because look, what's gonna happen is, and I know you can relate before you got on your healing journey. So this is gonna work two ways, right? We're gonna touch base on both sides of what I'm fixing to say. So I know that you can relate before you got on your healing journey, and you would see people on their healing journey, and maybe you weren't ready yet. You weren't ready to heal. You're battling that ego battle, right? Because our ego wants to keep us safe, and healing is vulnerability. It's uncertainty. We have to relive things in our past in order to feel, heal, and release, right? So I'm sure at times I could tell you, self-admit right here, sisters and brothers, let me tell you, you know what I would do? I would get very upset. I would get real irritated. Something would bother me when I would see people doing things that I know that I really wanted to do, but I just hadn't started. People on their healing journey talking about empowerment and all those things. It would get under my skin. And I would just be like, oh my God, do you have to be this happy? Do you have to be this positive? I'm going through a world of mess. And I would just sit in that ew. And so because it would stir my soul, just like it would stir my soul, because my soul knows, hey, healing is the answer, right? We want to do all these amazing things in our life, and we are worthy of doing that. And what we have to do is we got to work really hard and dig things out in order to achieve that. And so when your soul sees and feels this happening, and the ego and the 3D, this body isn't moving toward that goal, we get really irritated. Things get stirred up within us, and then we start to reflect that inward lack out onto others, specifically the people who are irritating us by being themselves and going through that healing journey. Guys, whenever you step into your true authentic being and you start really moving from that space, people who are not living as their authentic selves are going to get irritated and annoyed by you because they're not resonant. They're not resonating with being their authentic selves, and so it's going to disrupt their soul. Okay, if you are somebody who's working on your body and your glow up and you're being healthier and you're doing things and it's really like emanating from the inside out, people who are stuck in that cyclical, unhealthy, and toxic cycle with their own body are going to be irritated. They're going to get upset. They're going to be sarcastic. They're going to, maybe you post a lot of selfies because you're feeling yourself, and, when they see it, they're going to roll their eyes. Oh, okay, we get it. You know what I mean? So this is a good little indication that if you start feeling this way when you see other people also healing and being authentic, and you start to feel this irritation or something starts to really trigger you, it's really good to look at that. So our body is telling us something. When we start to get triggered and we start to have these emotions arise and surface when we're seeing other people doing things that irritate us, look at yourself and say, why am I getting irritated by this person just being themselves? What harm does it do for you? Okay? What does it do? If someone is on their glow up and they're healing themselves and they're stepping into that positive mindset and they're really starting to illuminate that light from within, and that bothers you, if somebody living their best life and they're being their authentic self bothers you, then you have to take a look at that, because these are all great things that someone's doing. When someone is stepping into their personal power and they're moving from that and operating from love, that's amazing. It's not something that's to be judged or criticized. So when it is judged and criticized, it's always good to look at why. Why is there that judgment there? And if other people are judging you, or they're, being petty, or they're being a hater, or whatever you want to call it, guys, just know that that's a reflection of their own inward lack within themselves. Are they doing things that empower themselves? Which it's not even our business what they're doing in their life, just like it's not their business what we're doing in our life. So whenever you see someone reflecting that inward lack that they haven't processed out on you, just know that that is a reflection of them. Now, guys, there are always two sides to everything. So remember that we also have this in ourselves. So if we see somebody living and being their authentic self and healing, and it bothers us, we need to take a look at why that bothers us. Now, I do want to say, it's kind of thundery. Sorry, my dog's next to me. We're having some thunder rain. It's a rainy thunder and rain, and I'm loving it. But I got my big baby here, right here. So if you see her pop up, or you hear the thunder, just know that's what it is. Anyways, so guys, it's important to know that even when, let's say, for example, when you do become healed, because vice versa, like this is a two-way street. When you are somebody who is healing and you see others that aren't healing, or you see others that are operating from a certain mentality, victimhood, people who are also being petty, or, not appreciating other people, or just being very judgmental. When we see other people doing that and that irritates us, that's because we were once that. It irritates us. It stirs something up in us because we are bettering ourselves and we're moving forward and we're trying to have this amazing transformation within ourselves. So whenever we see other people not understanding that they can do the same thing, then that's going to irritate us, right? And because we once were that, and there's still probably pieces of that we're still trying to heal, that get really, uncomfortable around people, because maybe they pull out that side, or they remind you how far you've come. So whenever we have these emotional triggers, or these emotional reactions within ourselves, whether we're on our healing journey and people who are not living their best life or authentically themselves, and we really see their potential, it's not up to us to convince them of their own potential. We need to understand that we recognize something in them that was once or is still inside us. We understand it. And so know that our journey is our own, and that people are all timed perfectly with their own growth, their own glow up, their own understanding. And sometimes people just don't get on board because they're comfortable in their own discomfort and they're not willing to move or budge out of that. And that's okay. It's never up to us to force anybody to do something that's better for themselves. Even though we see potential in other people, it's not our job to convince them of their own potential. The only thing that we can do is show people the door and live by example as we continue with our own healing journey. So guys, don't take it personally, all right? And I know that it's really hard because we're humans, and that when people say hurtful things, or people choose to operate from a place that you've already evolved from, just know that keep focusing on you, and know that everything is a reflection that they do of themselves, and that everything that you do is also a reflection of you. So it's always good to be self-aware about how you're approaching people, how you're reacting to people. And if you have something in you that wants to react from a lower frequency emotion, or sadness or jealousy, just know that it's always good to reflect on yourself where that is coming from, okay? Because self-lack and those places within us that want to be healed are gonna get real stir crazy when you see other people doing it, because your soul understands that this is the way, okay? This is the way. And when your ego wants to stop you from doing it, because the ego wants to protect you and keep you in the comfort of your discomfort, because you can gauge. It's predictable, all right? But vulnerability is amazing. Uncertainty is uncertainty is disguised as opportunity. Opportunity to change, opportunity to shift, opportunity to create what it is that you want to create in moments where maybe you don't see clearly. But that's okay, guys. It's okay. So when people start hating on you, just know you're doing something right. You're irritating them in just the right way. That can either push them to do the same eventually, or it's okay. Don't worry. It's not up to you to change people. It's up to you to be authentically yourself and to keep doing what you're doing so that you can step into your full potential and your full power. All right, guys? So I hope this message finds you. It's coming from a place of love, and I just felt like let's get it out there. I'm getting the chills just thinking about who this message is going to touch. And guys, thanks for watching my video. I sure appreciate you, and have a good week, or the rest of your week. A good day. Make it a good day. All right, guys?